I mean, imagine you don't speak to anybody for a year. You then walk to the South Pole across a continent twice the size of Australia. You arrive at the South Pole station. You go, yes, for 5 minutes. And then you hear news that your ship that had come back to the edge of the Antarctic has been crushed by a massive storm and has sunk. First thing you hear in a year. And dealing with those types of setbacks, how do you keep the team together under those circumstances? Walking to the North Pole, we had the entire ocean melt beneath our feet and we all nearly died. So dealing with setbacks is something that this story is all about, really. It's a miracle that we kind of made it through, and everybody has always been safe. My name is Robert Swan, and I am the first person in history to have walked to the North and South Poles. And those journeys were extremely hard, and they were well before having an iPhone 15 in your pocket. It's not something that you just go and do. So the planning, the preparation, the fundraising, the pulling together of an incredible team, holding that team together, having a very diverse team and managing that, all part of a story that I come to tell. And then we have to execute the journey. And the execution of a journey or two journeys like that require incredible teamwork. They require trust. They require intensive listening to each other. And they require good, solid communications all round. Because if you don't have those things and you don't have a good team, you don't come home. It's also a story about personal leadership. Because frankly, if we're not leading ourselves as best we can, how can other people take us seriously? It's also a story about sustainability. All of us now are on a journey towards sustainability, and I do actually believe that the last great exploration left on Earth is not idiots like me walking to the South Pole and the North Pole. The last great exploration left on Earth is for us, as a species, to survive on the planet. Everybody's always saying, let's save the planet. Don't worry, the planet will look after itself. It's we that should worry, our survival. And I think that the heroines and heroes of that last great exploration are people sitting in the audience that I'm privileged to speak to. They're the people that are going to make this difference. And I think that journey needs to be positive, it needs to be hopeful, it needs to be full of solutions. And if there's one thing our stories taught us, is that passivity and fear, you'll die out there on the way to the South and North Pole. So I'm trying my best on sustainability to navigate a course through those two things, and that's to do with hope, and it's to do with solutions, and it's to do with inspiration.